Hey everyone, Kyle here, and once again, let me say that the video or the gameplay is kind of old, because I once again dug into my vault of footage and pulled out what I could. But this video is happening because we've got around 3 or so days till Crysis 3 comes out, and I figured since there's nothing immediate in terms of specific gaming I have to upload, I might as well talk about the movie Stakeland. So I saw this movie not too long ago, and it pretty much has like the vampires taking over the earth, and humans are just trying to survive in tiny sects on the planet. And this is why I feel it is similar to The Last of Us, or what The Last of Us will be. And now I'm sure some of you will be, well, Kyle, I mean, if any, horror, post-apocalyptic, zombie, vampire, infected type thing could be The Last of Us. Well, let me explain. Stakeland is not necessarily focused on the vampires. I mean, the vampires just, became a thing, and so people just tried to survive. Now, the vampires honestly aren't the main antagonists in this movie until later on when something kind of weird happens, but the majority of this movie, the characters are trying to avoid other humans who are just, like crazy or trying to exploit them, and just like The Last of Us. I mean, I'm sure Naughty Dog has said multiple times that the infected are not going to be as focused on as just other humans, and you got to survive against them. Now, the vampires do play a role in this movie, of course, but it's just to the point where they're being exploited or used by the humans most of the time, or you're just trying to survive out in the open. That's it. Almost every other conflict in this movie is humans in just versus the group, and that brings me to my next point. The main group, is just this what appears to be this hardened criminal recruiting or taking on this child or this teenager, and so they just go about this own adventure, trying to find their way, trying to find a safe haven, trying to just survive. Honestly, that's it, and that's why I feel this movie is so similar to The Last of Us. It's not another typical vampire movie where they're the only enemy. No, it shows how humans can change and how they need to survive. And it also has the main group dynamic of an adult who's a criminal and a child he's just trying to help. But in this movie, there are other people who join the group, but I guess this is a spoiler alert, but it doesn't really last long. So just the main group is the criminal and the teenager who are just trying to survive. And this movie was good, I thought. I mean, it was independently made, and that surprised me, because when I found that out after I watched it, I did not even once think of that. So, for those of you who are afraid to watch indie movies or whatever, don't be. This movie was really good, and don't be surprised if you do watch it, if Naughty Dog, uses this movie for inspiration or something, because, again, all of the videos of The Last of Us I've seen, it not perfectly matches up with the Stakeland, but you can clearly see that some parts of Stakeland have been used for inspiration. I mean, again, vampires aren't just, vampires who are evil and they're the main antagonist. It's other humans, and, an adult, a teenager, trying to survive, and it's just, to me, it looks like it will be very similar to The Last of Us. So, if you are sad that The Last of Us got delayed, be sure to watch Stakeland in any way you can. Just maybe go to Google or something and say, where can I watch Stakeland? But thank you everyone for watching, and hopefully you'll see what I'm talking about with the similarities between The Last of Us and Stakeland.